Hi guys! So this is the second to last Vlogtober video, and in addition to talking about some of like the highlights of my Vlogtober experience, I also kind of wanted to make this like a how-to Vlogtober guide for anyone who might want to... My cat is blocking my light right now. Penzone. So I thought about making this like a how-to guide for anyone who might want to participate in Vlogtober, because before I decided to do Vlogtober, I kind of like researched this kind of thing and I didn't find a whole lot out there. I would say the most I found was like topic lists, like ideas to use for your Vlogtober videos, but that wasn't really what I was looking for. I was kind of looking for like, how the heck am I supposed to make a daily video for an entire month? And as you might have guessed, based on the fact that this is coming out and we're already well into November, I'm not an expert at this yet, okay? My Vlogtober could have gone better. So I'm not gonna really make this like that kind of guide. I think after the next round, I will be more ready. I haven't decided if this is something that'd be better for a blog post or a video or both. So if you have a preference, let me know. But I have kind of been compiling a list of like problems and challenges and like things that I could do to be better prepared for them. So I feel like someone out there would find that helpful. Okay, now just his little ears and the are you gonna... He can hang out, that's fine. So I'm gonna share with you like 5 tips that I have, because those are the ones that I feel pretty solid about right now. But first I kind of wanted to mention something that was like a definitely unexpected challenge for me. I don't know how many people were actually paying attention to this, but before I started Vlogtober, I said like all of the videos are gonna be like Halloween and fall themed, like every single one. And you might have noticed that didn't actually happen, which is okay. I'm not mad about it. But the reason things worked out like that is because I found a baby rat. And if you've ever like fostered or raised a newborn animal, it's a little bit terrifying. And you know, the first couple days you're kind of just trying to keep the animal alive. You're like hoping they're gonna make it, and then once they get past that and you see that they're gonna make it, then it's like the reality sets in of like, what am I gonna do with this animal? And because she was very tame, I realized she would probably either need to be adopted out or I was going to keep her. And most rats need a friend. They are social. They either need 1 or 2 other buddies to live with. So not only now was I starting to think about like buying a more permanent rat cage, which the one I was looking at was like 250 bucks, getting her spayed, because rats are prone to cancers and getting them spayed can usually reduce that risk. And then also potentially the adoption fee of finding her a buddy and doubling some of these costs. Like, it was a little overwhelming. Like my budget was tight just trying to plan the Vlogtober stuff. So at that point, anything that I had not already purchased tickets for, anything that like involved driving somewhere and gas money, got canceled. So I had to think of more things, which I'm not, again, like I said, I'm not mad about it. It worked out okay. I had to think of more things that I could do either at home or locally, or that didn't have a ticket price, things like that, to save my budget for this little rat baby. The other way that definitely changed things up was, so she was old enough that I don't think she needed to be on a heating pad, but we had a couple days that it was like really cold and she seemed like she like wasn't quite warm enough. Also considering that she was solo, you know, most cases babies would be with their litter mates and their mom to keep them warm, and she was all by herself. So I set her up with a heating pad like under her cage, but the heating pad turned off every 2 hours. So I didn't want to go that far from home because I knew I was gonna have to come home periodically to turn back on the heating pad. I feel like this little monologue is very specific and might not be the advice you're looking for. But that's like, but that's what happened. I don't know. Maybe someone finds this interesting, hopefully. Okay, I'm gonna get into the more relevant tips. Like I said, I have 5. One is, this is something that I thought I was doing right, but I could have done a better job, and that is I planned most of my schedule for the entire month ahead of time. which videos I was going to release on each day, and I made a spreadsheet, what the video topic was going to be, what the filming date was going to be, and then like any notes or whatever. So, and then as I went down the list and finished things, like if it was done early, I would post it on Patreon, and then once the date came around that it was supposed to be posted, I would change the status to public, and it would go up on my regular Vlogtober playlist. So next time I do this, I would definitely want to have more videos in the bank. I actually have a video that I'm going to be filming in the next few weeks for next Vlogtober, so that's like how early I would plan ahead next time. It would just make things go so much more smoothly on, like, especially on those days where I plan to film and then something comes up, which happens pretty often. Like maybe a client wants to book pet sitting last minute. I don't know, maybe I get stuck in traffic and it takes twice as long to get somewhere, and then that cuts into my filming time, or I have an assignment due that day that takes longer than I thought. It just is so helpful to have videos filmed ahead of time. So I'm actually going to be doing Vlogmas in December, and I have 2 videos a week for sure that are going to be filmed ahead. Ideally it'll be more than that, but at least I'll have 2. I already have those scheduled for Tuesdays and Thursdays. For Vlogtober, I was not that organized, and like most of the pre-filmed content was done within the first like week or 2. And that was not a good plan. So having it like staggered like that, I think will help the entire series go more smoothly. Second tip, and this might not be really obvious, is to take photos and not just video when I'm going to events. There were a lot of times that I would like finish a video and I would post it and be ready to promote it, and I want to post about it on Instagram, and then I realized I didn't take any photos, like not a single photo. Also, this is kind of important when you're making your YouTube thumbnail. Like I made all of my Vlogtober thumbnails in the same format, but you need a photo. And for the thumbnails, it's not as serious. You can like screenshot a frame from the video and use that. But for Instagram, that tends to be a little bit too low quality. Not like I'm some Instagram snob, it just like, I've tried to do that before and it comes out a little bit grainy, which I don't really like. So next time it'll be a lot easier if I just remember to snap some photos and use those instead of trying to just rely on screenshots. Okay, so tip number 3 is to film any commentary like on the spot. If there's like an introduction to the video or an ending to the video where I want to like react to like the event that I did or whatever, I want to film those like as it's happening. Like for example, the haunted hayride, I filmed like my intro when I'm in the car getting ready to go in, and then my reaction in the car at the end as I'm getting ready to go home. So editing that video and getting it posted was like super easy because I already had everything that I needed, and I just had to sit down and edit it and it was good to go. But the stuff that I have to go back in and like film myself talking later, I just kind of struggle with finding time to film that extra stuff. So there were a lot of videos where I did that though, where I filmed at the event and then I came home and like did this kind of thing. I mean, not like where I would come home and like film as I am filming now at my house, and it just took me a lot longer. It just made the whole process take longer. So I kind of want to try to avoid that in the future. So tip number 4 kind of goes along with that, is to have a set filming location or maybe multiple locations in my house, which is something I'm working on. Like over here I have like, I'm building like a little desk office area that I'm gonna be able to hopefully use as a filming spot. Right now I have my tripod set up on a cat tree in front of my sliding glass door, and I'm sitting at the foot of my bed, which isn't terrible, but it could be better. And one thing that made it take longer for me to film like little commentaries and stuff is because I don't have a set filming location, and I was kind of dependent on like the lighting and where can I be by a window, and you know, is my house clean today, that kind of stuff. So an additional thing that I'm definitely planning to do that kind of goes along with this tip is buy some lighting, because it's tough. There have been multiple times when I'm like, okay, I have, you know, this time set aside to film today, and then something comes up and I can't use that time, and then the only time I can film is at the very end of the day. And if I don't have sunlight, which there tends to not be sunlight at the very end of the day, I can't film, or I can film and it comes out really terrible. So I definitely want to get some lighting so I'm not so dependent on the sun for when I can film or not. Actually, I messed up. The lighting thing was supposed to be tip number 5. I felt that was important enough to give it its own tip. But I just looked at my notes and I just wanted to mention that, like, you know, if you're filming 1 video a week or something like that, or a couple videos a month, you might not need lighting as much. I think natural lighting usually looks pretty good. But when you're trying to like get videos out at a quick pace, like daily vlogging, like for Vlogtober or Vlogmas or whatever, I feel like having that lighting can make all the difference because you only have a limited time to film each video. So yeah, definitely. I need to research lighting. So if you are watching this and you have a lighting system that you like, let me know and I'll check it out. Okay, so that's it for the tips. I also wanted to tell you some extra stuff. My favorite video that I made in Vlogtober was definitely the haunted hayride, which is funny because that's the one that I almost didn't do because I thought it was going to be too scary, and I went into it not knowing if I was going to love it or hate it. I actually kind of thought that I was going to hate it. But like I said, I've started outlining Vlogtober 2020, and Haunted Hayride is already in the top spot. That's the one that I'm hoping to release on October 1st. So yeah, I loved it. I actually thought about going again this year, but then the budget stuff, like I mentioned, but I can wait until next year, but I'm already looking forward to going next year. My least favorite video that I filmed was probably the freeform Halloween house. I like went through all of my videos to double check that there wasn't anything else that I really didn't like, and pretty much everything that I did, I'm glad that I did it. Like, it was a really fun experience and it was worth checking out. But I don't know, for some reason I just didn't click with the freeform Halloween house. Like, if there was one video that I could just like not do and do something else, that was probably the one that like just didn't do it for me. I don't know. I also wanted to tell you like what the hardest part of Vlogtober was, and I wrote something down, but I'm gonna give you 2. One is that I kind of found myself being less social during Vlogtober. I wouldn't consider myself an introvert. I don't know if I would consider myself an extrovert either. I'm kind of like a combo, I guess. But keep in mind that I'm like self-employed and I work alone, like with animals. Like most days I don't do a whole lot of talking. So like when making these videos, I feel like I used all of my, like I reached my word limit for the day. And then after everything was done, like I would feel like, oh, I should like reach out and talk to a friend. But then I'm like, I'm so tired. I need to shut down. Like I don't have anything else to say today. Everything has been said. It was like I needed to like recharge my batteries before I could be social again. So, that was kind of unexpected and weird, and I thought it was interesting. I don't know. But the other thing that was kind of a challenge was sometimes I would post videos that I was like really excited about and like couldn't wait for people to see it. And then like the next day I would like go back to look at it and it had like 3 views and like one of them was me. So that was kind of challenging. I mean, and that's totally normal if you're like a new YouTuber or content creator, maybe you're a new blogger or whatever. Completely normal to not get a lot of views or feedback or comments or whatever when you're just starting out. But when I would release videos like weekly or every couple of weeks or whatever, and that would happen, it was fine because like by the time I posted my next video, the previous video did have like views and comments and things like that. But when you're going on a daily basis, it could be like day after day after day, like each video has like 5 views and it's like, why am I doing this? Nobody's watching it. And I know like I know that's not how things work. Like I know you have to like be consistent and eventually you'll find your audience. So like logically I knew it wasn't that big of a deal that I wasn't getting a lot of views, but I also found myself getting slightly discouraged. Just a little. But it happens. One of the reasons I wanted to do Vlogtober is to try like kind of a wider variety of content and see what people like and don't like, and also to see what I like and don't like. Like I'd never made vlogs before. Like I wanted to see like what kind of content I enjoyed and I feel like the best way to figure that out is to go out and do it. So So yeah, even though I found myself getting discouraged about that, I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. It's just kind of part of the process, totally normal, not that big of a deal. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to tell you was the best part of Vlogtober, and I didn't write any notes for that. I think probably one of the best things was that it got me to go out and do different things that I wouldn't normally do. Like if I wasn't vlogging about it, I probably would not ever go to the haunted hayride by myself. I would say the chances that I would go to the haunted hayride even with somebody else were pretty slim, but it kind of gave me an excuse to go, and I ended up having a really good time. So yeah, I would say that is one of the best things, is trying new things and having more fun. Like honestly, I had a lot of stuff going on in school and work and other things, and just setting the time aside to go out and do something fun, that was pretty awesome. All right guys, that is it for this video. Let me know if you have any questions, if there's anything that I didn't cover, if there's anything that you think should go in that vlogging guide that I'm most likely going to make. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.